What teacher lost every ounce of respect in one class period? I was 10 questions into my chemistry final when the sensor on my arm started screaming. Not my phone, the little monitor that tracks my blood sugar. Type 1 diabetic since I was 6. The alarm meant I was dropping, and dropping fast. Mr. Halverson didn't look up from his crossword. Nothing on the desk during finals. That includes toys. It's a medical device, not a toy. My hands were already shaking. I need my juice, it's in my bag. Bags stay at the front. You knew the rules. 82. The number on my screen ticked down as I watched. Below 70 is dangerous. Below 55 you start losing your mind. I raised my hand. Please, I have glucose tabs in the front pouch. 10 seconds. He walked over, unzipped my bag, pulled out the tabs and the juice box and locked them in his desk drawer. You can have these back when the exam is over. Diabetics love a good excuse. 71. My best friend Priya stood up. Are you serious? Just give it to him. Sit down or I fail you both. Priya sat, fists clenched. The kid behind me, Elijah, the one who films everything for the yearbook channel, quietly turned his phone toward the front. I saw it. Halverson didn't. 64. My vision was softening at the edges. Sweat soaked through my shirt even though the room was freezing. I can't see the questions, I said, and my words came out slurred. Then you should have eaten breakfast, he said, not turning around. That's when the new girl, Sana, who never talked to anyone, stood up shaking. He gave me his tabs last semester when mine ran out. He didn't even know my name. He's not faking, please. Sit down. 58. My pencil rolled off the desk and my fingers wouldn't close around it. The floor tilted. Someone behind me whispered that I'd gone gray. He's crashing, Priya said. Louder now. Somebody get the nurse. Halverson walked to the door and planted himself in front of it, arms crossed. No one leaves during a state final. Walking out invalidates the exam for this entire class. Is that what you all want? 51. My heartbeat was slamming in my ears. I slid halfway out of my chair. That's when the boy in the back, Diego, the one everyone had written off, stood up. My grandma died like this. Sugar, in a chair. Nobody helped her either. His voice cracked. I'm not watching it twice. Diego, sit down, or what? 44. The alarm changed pitch. Faster now. The sound right before something goes very wrong. My tongue felt too thick to move. I tried to say the drawer, but nothing came out. Elijah stood all the way up, phone still recording, and said the thing that cracked the room open. I've got the last 4 minutes on video. Every word. It's already uploading. Halverson spun around, his face draining white. Give me that phone. Now. He lunged for Elijah, and that was when Diego reached the teacher's desk, grabbed the heavy stapler off the desk, and smashed the drawer open with a crack that echoed. Juice box. Tabs. He threw them across the room to Priya. She was already on her knees beside me, tearing the foil, pushing 3 tabs past my lips, tilting the juice into my mouth. Chew, chew, come on, stay with me. 39. The lowest number my screen ever showed. The room narrowed to a tunnel. I chewed, I swallowed, and then I just waited to find out if it was enough. The door banged open. The front office aide had heard the alarms bleeding into the hallway. Behind her came the vice principal, and behind him, a school resource officer who was already in the building. Elijah didn't say a word. He just lifted his phone and let it play. The whole room heard Halverson's own voice fill the air. Diabetics love a good excuse. Then, you should have eaten breakfast. Then the screaming alarm, my slurred begging, and the sound of him locking the drawer. The vice principal never even looked at his face. He just pointed one finger at the hallway. The officer took Halverson by the arm. Halverson started talking fast. Protocol, liability. I had no idea, but the video was still rolling, and every excuse he made was contradicted by his own voice 10 seconds earlier. They walked him out past 40 students, and not one of us made a sound. Priya was crying into my shoulder. Sana had my hand in both of hers. Diego stood there still gripping that stapler like he might need it again. My screen ticked up. 42, 51, 63, rising. I could see the questions again. I could see all of it. The whole class on their feet around me, every exam abandoned, every chair empty. Elijah finally stopped recording and crouched down next to me. Are you okay? He asked. I got my mouth to work one more time. He kept my sugar locked 10 feet away and told me I was faking. Post every second of it.